who made them? I said, let me tell you something. I said, Daesh and ISIL, if they had a website saying, come join me, I said, and 1,000 people joined, 900 of them would be the police. I said, you ever see Black Lives Matter? Do you see anything going on around here? I said, you guys infiltrate everybody all the time. It ain't no way that they're gonna have a website. Come join us. Okay, the first 900 is the police. Then it might be 3 or 4 stragglers, you know, that have lost their way and they don't. I said, but you guys do that. I said, Saudi Arabia does that. Well, why would Obama? I said, Obama, the same people hired Donald Trump hired Obama. That's the way the system works. It ain't nobody, you vote for so-and-so. All you're doing is voting for the people that's going to be taking the message from the big folks to you. I said, y'all, I said, anything you imagine. I said, you remember the shooter over there at the Navy Yard? I said, I was telling him all of this. I said, what happened? The guy said, I told the FBI, I hear voices. If the FBI, if you tell the FBI, hey man, I'm hearing voices and they're saying I gotta kill everybody. What? And the FBI don't do nothing. Or take a couple of aspirins and go on home. Go on and kill the people. So the next thing the guy's at the Navy Yard. How did he get there? Somebody told him to do it. He don't know what scientific stuff there is, so it'd be called science fiction management, right? So I talked with these guys for a couple of hours. In fact, I got tired talking to them. That's why I put the meeting off a while. So man, I'm gonna go rest for a minute talking to them clowns. But how you look at life is what it is. If you say this has been a great victory, it is. If you say this is a tragedy, we've lost everything, there's no hope, that's true too. Life is not what happens to you, it's how you handle it. It's the designation you give it. All these things are a result of our thinking and our belief. We believe that the visit here today was good. It was constructive. And it may lead to a final negotiation. We're not going to wait around to negotiate with nobody. We're going to go on, do our Ramadan. In fact, just before we forget, the conference this weekend, they say it's a big, huge thunderstorm coming on Friday. Mm-hmm. Did y'all see that? Okay. Yeah. But Saturday and Sunday is iffy. So we're going to prepare the food anyway. We'll load it up and put it on the thing. Let's say a couple of hours clear up, put it out, and get ready. As time is available. If nothing happens at all, which I'm sure is sometime, we have a new program, a Sunday evening program, Sunday afternoon. It's called Feed the Negroes. Yeah, we're going to have a table outside every Sunday afternoon and feed the Negroes. That's our opening up, and so we can only do, it's only a handful of us, we can't do but 1 or 2 things. So we're gonna feed the Negroes. And pretty soon we'll have all the people coming from the apartments, and it'll be our food, nice chicken and rice, macaroni and cheese, all, what they like. And so we'll probably prepare enough food for 50 or 100, just try 100 each time. And we'll stay out there until it's gone. And they can come from, after the word gets out, they'll be coming, I can imagine, from slipping around from up here. That'll cover it all, but just from over here and up there. Yeah.
I kind of imagine that's what's going to happen at the convention center.
What's that?
That the Negroes are
it's
going to be more Negroes and Muslims going around.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay.
Right.
They can remember we're there. We're not there to y'all niggas, man. Y'all can't have none of this food. This food. That would be just earth shaking. That would be like suicide. I mean, right? That would be like. So whoever comes, that's who we're gonna hook them up with,
Right.
you know. And that's who we're gonna hook up with, and it'll be a few of the Muslims, and we might get Saturday and Sunday in. If we get Saturday and Sunday in, then that means we might postpone the Sunday evening here and our little program. Okay. I'm gonna pass up self-sabotage. That's the reality when people sabotage themselves. People do that a lot of times because there's a fear of failure, but there's also a fear of success. There's a fear of failure. For instance, if we have tons of the white man floating around, so he said he's not going to bother us anymore, and we take him at his word, of course, you know, but if people come in contact with so much fitna, they'll eventually, sometimes, most people will give up. They won't do like, well, we just find something else to do, we'll keep it. Most people give up. They don't always say, I give up and I quit, but that's what they do. Okay. Some people that's a fear of failure, but fear of success is like, man, if this works, we're going to have a lot of work to do. Right? So that's, like we said another day, imagine, just think about for a minute what we actually talk about in our programs. That is, to me, it's the biggest thing going. It ain't nobody nowhere close to it. But that is responsibility. That's you imagine sometimes you just sitting there and you think, well, we just said this, and we just said that, what does that really mean? And you actually sometimes think about what it really means and what it takes to do that, you know what I mean? And how many doggone chairs and ducks have to get in line or fall in line? How many things have to happen right for that stuff to happen? Of course, we know Allah fixes everything, and that's what we depend on. We know that right now, without Allah, or none of this, it wouldn't be even close to possible. I was telling the fans today, I said, no, man, y'all killed all my homeboys, so I ain't worried about trying to be around forever. For when we was leaving, I said, yeah, I technically think I'm going to live to be about 100 years old, which I do. That's what I feel. But remember, when I say that, they going to put a program together so I don't feel that way. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. If I say on this thing, remember we was talking about, what did we call it, age regression? Okay, if I start talking about that, they're going to put a program together so I don't have no age regression. I start feeling old, right? They're gonna start putting stuff in the coffee. They're gonna start doing this. And at first, the coffee I drink may boost me up, but then by the afternoon or something, soon, an hour later, it slows you down. They know what they're doing because you drink coffee every day. So, if we put stuff in his coffee that knocks him out right away, he puts that aside and go get some more somewhere. You know. So what we'll do is, we'll put delayed action coffee. The first hour, it perks you up a little, bam, and then you knocked out. They got all kind of drugs and delayed stuff. They got capsules that they can do. The white man, for somebody that does so much wrong, he can do a lot of right if he wanted to. He's just a wrongdoer, I guess. I mean, but what the hell? I mean, we know who we did it with. Let me see before we close. Domesticated. Make sure you're not playing with yourself. Pleasure, pain, rejection. Most people do things because of this Freud again. Moving toward pleasure and trying to avoid pain. Okay. That's the normal human being. But when you souped up in movement and all of that, you may do things that are painful, right? And they bring pleasure later on in life. So you sacrifice this temporary pain, you know, for the great pleasure on and on. Now, people ain't gonna see it that way. Because most people, if they got their life to work with, they would rather for it to go smooth. But the smoothness is not what helps you grow, right? Tell the truth. It's them fights to get in, them challenges, obstacles. Okay, I'll focus on outcome, not on failure or successes. One outcome only. Yeah. What this means is, when you're focusing, don't focus on, well, it's going to be a success or a failure. That way you're splitting up your thinking. Just think about the ways that it's going to be a success. The way it's going to come out for the benefit of humanity, for your benefit, for your family's benefit. Don't waste your time looking for failure. Because I don't care whether you're riding a bike or whatever you're doing, if you keep looking at something, pretty soon that's what you're going to hit. Right? Because that's what you're looking at. So always look for success. That's what your focus is about. Not on success or failure, only success. That way everything is a success. It doesn't make any difference what it is. It's what you call it. You designate what this thing is. You name it. It don't matter how good or how tragic it is, but you name it. And when you name it success. And you focus on that, and that's what happens. That's the only way, I believe that's the only way we can deal with this stuff that we deal with. It's just focus. F the white man, F the Negroes, F everybody. This is what we're just going to do this. And so what, right? And we focus on that. Okay, I believe, before we close, I believe that we're at a threshold one way or another, passing through a stage. Usually it's a stage of encirclement and suppression, again, except on a higher level. In other words, they would fill up the Masjid with people, and we would collect money, and we would run around and da-da-da-da-da. That's probably in the wind. But to tell you the truth, even the white folks who was here today, I've been trying to convince them of something. This is a personal thing. That when we say we believe in nonviolent resistance, we mean it. Everything, because when I'm talking to them, I'm talking just like we talk in the programs. I don't, that's exactly the way I talk. And they know that that's the way I talk because they watch these programs. Okay, they can't come in here and act stupid like we're the FBI, but we don't know where you live. So we go up to A Street and ask for a phone number, as if the damn phone number is on everything. Everything, all the time. It's just ridiculous. Okay, no problem. If they want to act that way, that's okay. But now, think about the strategy this time. Do we want to use up all of our time? We will if we have to. Bargain with boss man. Or do we want to strike out a type of negotiation where we've made our position clear? This is where we want to go. This is what we're going to do in your United States of America, soon to be ours, of course, or the people's, but don't worry about that. Do we want to convince them, if it's possible, that we are sincere, honest brokers? And not only that, our life depends on it. If you can kill niggas all week long, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So